Recording, perfect. I'm gonna pop the Discord too. Not so loud. Microphone. All right, perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over. I'm gonna show you guys how to attack the map normally, like what you guys should do 99.9% of the time. Okay. And it's gonna start with the drones. So I'm gonna send this to you in the VCs, whatever VC you guys needed. This is all the drone spots that I think are useful on each site. Try not to leak it outside the team because I've put a lot of work in those. And then try to use them, because I probably put 20 hours with all the maps just to find like the best drones that I think. So it's pretty important to use them. So we're gonna go over like what is a good, because it starts when you guys open up a match, you guys get the ban phase and all that shit. What is the first thing that you guys do? You drone. You got 45 seconds to drone. The most important time usage for the drone is to get a good pre-place. And what is a good pre-place? It's a question. What you guys think is a good pre-place drone?
A cutoff.
Okay, cut off, yeah.
Cut off flanks, putting in a spot where you can, when the round starts, you can already start droning people in the spots.
Okay, so it's all good, but the main goal of the drone is information, right? It's to get as much intel as you can. And how do you get intel? Well, you set up not necessarily call-off drones, but the key points the key pivot points of a map is the staircases. If somebody wants to roam, he will likely go through staircases. Yes, some of the time you pop the hatch, you drop the hatch, but I'm talking about the first 45 seconds of the prep phase. Usually people come up or downstairs. So that's what we're going to try to lock in as soon as possible. Drone spots. So let's say they go CCTV. If they go CCTV, for example, we're going to try to lock in the stairs. So one in secret. So if anybody roaming down or going up or going down from secret, you see him. And then you can already call out to your teammate, this guy is in secret. And then how do you know if this guy is still in secret? Well, you've got a drone up red, so you can always put it here, or there's like some barrels in bar that watch like the entire stairs going up or down the main stairs. So this is important. This one could be too from the drone hole looking up the stairs, and then you can try to put one in the lounge to watch the main stairs, the red stairs. So that's the most important part. On any maps, there's 2 to 3 staircases, which means there's a drone per staircase. You don't necessarily need to see the entire staircase. Like this, for example, just a bathroom. Your drone is hidden. People run past it. They don't. This one is pretty common. This one's pretty common too. This one's common. All of them are common, but the goal is trying to set up 1 drone per staircase is minimum. 1 drone per staircase, so you can see if anybody coming up or down, and if you die or if a teammate goes into cams, you already have a good flank watch, because if somebody's flanking and he comes up the stairs, your teammate who's dead or whatever can see it. So that's what we're trying to focus. That's the step number 1. Step number 2 is we're trying to put drones towards the room that we need to take, or where we are thinking of taking space, which, for example, if they go CCTV and master, bar is a good cam because you need to take control of lounge if they go cash. Bottom garage is a good one if it doesn't get shot, so you can see anybody rotating up and down, you can see anybody playing jungle or anybody coming up the ladder. But this is the most important. You need to put drone on spots where you're going to take or use this intel for. So we're not gonna go 20 minutes on this, but here's some few drone spots that you guys can use for Clubhouse. I'll send it later. So now that we got this done, we're gonna start about the room timing, if I could say like this. In order to be able to attack a map, there's room that needs to be taken, either with a physical player or with a drone, which is really important. So you need your 5 drones to be set up as much as possible. Try not to lose them. So with what I just said, you guys shouldn't lose any drones, or maybe 1, max 2. You guys should always keep 3 drones alive at all time. This is important for the drone economy and for all that information. It's better for the flow. So now we're gonna take we're gonna go over what needs to be taken and what's not need to be taken. That's what I see a lot of teams who do wrong, and that's what we need to talk about today. So let's hit our gym and bedroom, right? So the bomb chassis, you guys already know the bomb chassis are here and here. Most of the people, what they're gonna play, we're gonna go with just basic, no bands, nothing. What is the most common thing that's gonna be happening is bandit playing on jacuzzi wall. So if I got time, so bandit playing on jacuzzi wall with his 2 bandits. They're probably gonna bring a castle. Castle most likely would be playing gym. Probably like a smoke or something for Logi playing into gold. So they're gonna have a rotate into gold. A zombie warden. What I would usually do if that was me playing, I would play a warden top red, top east stairs with a rotate right here, right? Both walls, reinforce both walls. I'm trying to go as fast as possible, and maybe like an anchor, so like a zombie Fenrir, Denari maybe for Khan with a shield facing. That could be something that you guys could try. A shield facing Khan window, and then just having feed holes for Logi. If somebody drop Logi, you get the smoke playing in it. He can smoke it, and then you can just turn your back and shoot the guy, or have like a little Denari setup, whatever. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be like a default type of thing. So now that we got this cleared, the objective that you guys need to go for as of you guys' team is try to go for plant and create opportunities. You guys are not FaZe, you guys are not Falcons, you guys are not Secret, so don't try to take me, but we got gun skills, and then we can kill them. That's fine. If you can kill them and go for an execute, that's even perfect. But you gotta remember that there's 3 minutes on a round, and the only way to win a round faster would be to plant the case, which drops to 40 seconds. That's the only way you guys can guarantee a win, and that's something that you guys need to focus. So what I see a lot of people do is try to go for breach. They open con, they open jacuzzi, they open the Logi hatch at first. That's the first thing they do, and they maybe have a player highway. It's not bad, but the problem is it's too spread. We need to create pressure. Why? Because pressure helps making mistakes, or caught the enemy with his pants down, if you can say like this. So yeah, having a player Logi is nice. Having a player in highway, that's nice. Having a player on jacuzzi, that's nice. But like the problem is there's, you guys know how to play the map. There's no really pressure that you can do if they just wait in a corner. So the pressure is not well exercised on this one, and it's just gonna be a waste of time, and it's gonna be a bait on whoever peaks first and whoever gets the kill first. So that's why we need to create the pressure. So opening up con is not a bad idea. Opening up Logi is not a bad idea, but highway I would highly say no for now. So we're gonna go over steps. What I think is the most important to the least important to the most important. So the most important when you start on gym would be to take control of stock room. So this would be the all that this room, if I can say like this. You can include garage, but I'll put it on second. Taking control of all downstairs is the first priority, right? Strip, you always have a drone for strip, so that's the on-physical person that's gonna be playing in it. A pre-plays because you can have spawn kills or whatever. So strip, drone, kitchen. That could be a drone, not necessary, but just making sure that it's clear when you drone it out. Garage is the same shit. For now, you can have a drone. Secret is the same. So let's say, hypothetically, we got this. We got a drone in pool. We got a drone in a club. We got a drone in kitchen. 1 garage and 1 secret. We can see anybody coming up or down red, so we know if somebody's roaming. We can see anybody coming down or up from main stairs, so we can see if he's roaming. We can see anybody coming up or down from garage, see if they extend or if they're roaming. So with all those 3 drones, that's already 90% of the map covered. So you can get flanked, you cannot get flanked, you cannot get surprise attack or anything. You know where the players are. So now we bring the flank watch. Every single time I want to see you guys, for now, I want to see you guys run a nomad or a gridlock. No matter what. I want you guys to place...
I got the gridlock, don't worry.
Yeah, I need you guys to place certain predefined operators. So, at first it's going to be easier to flank watch, and then you guys will pick up the pace by like looking at drones and have those little micro talking, and you won't need to bring the nomad anymore. But at first, you guys need to bring the nomad. So let's go on the attack side. Let's bring a nomad. So nomad, what usually nomad is gonna do is she's gonna spawn main gate, right? She's gonna spawn main gate with somebody else that we're gonna call right after. I hate this fucking website, bro. Nice. Alright, fuck it. It's gonna sit like this. With a second operator, we're gonna call right after. So nomad, what your first job is going to do, open up main lobby barricade, open up bar barricade. Hypothetically, let's say one of you guys spots somebody in strip, right? There's you saw him playing strip, you're staying on the cam, and you know he didn't quit it. What is the first thing, like where's the best spot to cut this guy? Somebody spawn construction. Every time you guys need to spawn split up. So one guy spawn construction, one guy spawn main entrance, one here, I mean 2 entrances, and one shipping docks, I think it's called. So you guys can squeeze out if somebody's playing here. And then if somebody's playing in strip, this guy just prones on the barricade, just shoot a bullet hole. This guy is cut off from main. He cannot rotate back. Nomad's gonna shoot the lobby door. He cannot rotate back. Which means this guy is gonna be stuck in this part of the map. And this is where you guys will talk your way through on how to pinch him. Nomad has flashes. Maybe if you bring a Capiteo, maybe if you bring a Blitz, whatever you're gonna bring, work that guy first. The call out needs to be made. We cleared that guy first. So this guy's not gonna go for plat wall. This guy's not gonna go for Chuguzi. This guy's not gonna go for construction. They are gonna go for this strip guy first. So hypothetically, somebody's droning. You know, you always have different split up spawns, so you guys can work your way through. So Nomad's job is going to be breaking up both barricades, like we said, and then start setting up the flanks. You can always use one Nomad on the lounge sofas, right? If anybody walk up, he's gonna get, you know, nomaded. And then one for stairs. You can put it by bathroom. You try to put it somewhere smart. If the guy walks down, he gets nomaded. It's just for the sound cue, most of the time. So now that we took half of the map, so this is first step, taking bar, stage, strip, stock, lounge, making sure everything is done, and then you get the bottom stairs too. Once this is done, it's taking control over and all that stuff. We can move on to step number 2, which step number 2 is going to take garage. This is step number 2, and red stairs, step number 2. We do the clear first. We know it's clear, so nobody can be on our backs and everything. And now we can start centralizing our strength onto 1 or 2 guys and then put them in a man advantage. So now we're gonna go back to gym. All right. So now we don't do those swing or be swung type of shit. We play smart. We spotted that there is a warden playing inside top red. Okay, we know this guy's playing top red, and we know we got a guy con. How can we prevent any of the guys freely rotating or bringing more help to us? Well, it's gonna be super simple. We take control of garage, so top rafters. We open up the plat breach so he cannot freely walk between both rooms. And then we get somebody playing highway. Once everything is cleared, we set up the claymores on the windows, and now we get a guy playing con. The guy that played con is not supposed to ego peek the guy playing construction. He's just here to make sure that they cannot peek any windows or rotate freely, because they're going to put up a fight. So if we centralizes our strength, we got one player playing highway, we got one player playing top garage, we got one playing catwalk plat, and then we got one bottom red, which means we got 4 players on the board on one side of the map. It's not bad, because there's going to be 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds that's going to be down, and then now you still got 2 minutes, which is plenty of time to go for an execute. Now the operators that I would bring for a top floor would be always a Capiteo. Capiteo is always nice if you know how to play it. It has 2 smokes, 2 fires. We're gonna talk about it later. He has EMPs and cans, which is always nice. I'll bring I don't know, claymores for that since he's gonna play highway. So Capiteo DMR highway would be the best. A Ying, what's it called? Clubhouse is a map where you can cheese a lot. So Ying would be nice, and I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that you might not thought about. Let's see, we got no bans, right? So we're gonna bring the Thermite, and we are going to bring something that's gonna help us with intel. Maybe a Dokebi or maybe a Grim, depending on the bans and depending on what you guys want to do. So let's take Grim on this example. So Thermite would be on plat. Nomad would be rafters, and then we got our Ying playing below. Why do we got the Ying playing below? I'm gonna show you guys a clip. It's not the same spot, but I'm gonna show you guys a clip. Is it this one? That sounded zesty a little bit. All right, so it's an example that I'm gonna take for cash, but you guys get the gist, right? So you bring Ying shotgun. Yes. You bring Ying shotgun for this specific reason. It's a warden, I know, but it's still, you can put pressure. And so if you guys know, right there, it's the CC door that relates rafters to cash, and then you can start throwing Yings into cash. So the first thought that this guy's gonna have is, I gotta put on my glasses. And then once he puts the glasses on, he doesn't have his gun on him. He doesn't have his gun because he has to put his glasses. So Nomad can start hopping in on red, in server window. You can start hopping.
We can
on...
also.
Yep.
If we have an operator flex, we can flex onto the Thatcher and Thatcher him from the roof.
You can do that to, or Capiteo as EMPs or Graham as EMPs. Yeah. You know, you guys can always throw an impact. But the most important part is not the Ying for lounge, but if you go here in stock, there's actually vert on the condor, which is right there. And if you go right here, this is the rotate for top red. So you can always throw your Yings, talk to your team. I'm throwing the Yings on the sound cue. Nomad, you're gonna hop in, right? You throw the Ying, the first Ying, just one. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna cover the sound of Nomad hopping in, and then now you go on phase number 2. Capiteo is gonna be on highway, cutting his rotation, right? Thermite is gonna be on plat, and then Nomad's gonna be already in CC. And now here's the magic. Ying goes below and starts shotgunning the guy from below. So now he's got to think about Capiteo on his long angle. At the same time, Nomad is already in CCTV covering his cut. At the same time, he's getting punched from below by a shotgun. He cannot look 3 people at once. It's either he's going to get killed from below, it's either he's going to get killed from CC, it's either he's going to get killed from highway, or at the same time, we got a Thermite hopping in main breach, which can take the cut for red. I don't know if you guys put this into perspective, but that's a 4-to-1 ratio. That guy is never going to survive. If you guys talk to each other and just time stuff out, this guy's never going to survive. You can even be more devious about it and then use a Capiteo fire on that guy and fire off his rotate or fire off his cash. So he's stuck in a corner that you guys know where he is, and then you just get pinch him. So you didn't use too much utility on that, but you guys cleared him out. Because this guy can't help. Because what is he going to do? He can't peek con because Capiteo is holding it. He cannot swing his door because Nomad is holding it. There's nothing this guy can do. So that's going to be a free pick. Let's say things goes good, right? You guys get this guy. Now you guys got control of con. Now's the time for Thermite to rotate. Now we keep the pressure going on. Thermite is going to open up con wall. And then he's going to breach Logi. So that's 2 points that you guys can take now. Nomad is still in CC. Ying is still below. Grim is in cash. Or he can be Logi. And then now the second room, which is going to be important to take, would be Logi/con. That's third step. So normally, an execute, a minute 30, a minute 20 left on the clock. You guys still got plenty of time. Now, once again, we got the cheese. What is Ying gonna do? Ying is gonna rotate to stage and shotgun open the rotate. So now if somebody's staying in con, you can ying his ass. And he's gonna be flashed. Like, there's no way that guy survived this shit. It's either he's gonna drop con, or he's gonna stay in con and get pinched by the Nomad, because Nomad has flashes. Thermite it could be still on the con wall. Capiteo is still on the highway. And Grim, and it's just too much. So, let's say that guy just gives. Okay? That guy just gives construction. That's one more room that you guys... It's one more room closer to the bomb chassis. So now we got this done. Now we need to work on Logi. Logi's, it's even easier. Once again, if you guys use your brain, Ying can go in kitchen, and right above the kitchen door is the gold rotate. And once again, you can use the combo Grim and Ying to Ying the guy in gold, to Ying the guy in Logi, and to take control of that space. So now, if everything goes good, the pressure is immense. There's 5 players on this side of the map. And now what you're going to do, you set up the pace. The Thermite now rotates to Logi. Capiteo is still on the highway with a gun 6, preferably because there's going to be a castle here. You open up this castle. So you just open up everything. Ying has still 2 Yings left. 3, maybe 1, because she used 1 for Logi, 1 for Con, and 1 for Cash. She has 1 more Ying. And now there's 50 seconds, 40 seconds. Capiteo has still both of his fires. Nomad has still both of his flashes. Thermite has still both 2 smokes. Grim has still maybe, 2, 3 Bs in his gun. There's 40 seconds, it's a 3v5. The pressure is immense. And now you just go for the execute. Ying walks up central stairs. Throw a Ying to flash anybody in bedroom. At the same time, Thermite drops the breach. Capiteo can smoke the holes and then burn deep hallway. Thermite can hop on the breach and go plant either behind the bomb chassis in the corner or on the side of the gym rack. At the same time as Grim's taking secret. I don't know, Nomad's peeking the bedroom door. Like, it's too much to comprehend, and to, it's too much for the human brain. You got somebody that cuts your deep swings. You got somebody who just opened up your breach. You're fully flashed because anybody playing in bedroom hallway or Logi is dead because the Grim is already in it. And it's just too fast for the enemy to comprehend and use their utility for this. And this is how you create the pressure. So this is what I would, most likely do or use or talk to my team about. This is how I would take gym. So, number 1, we go over it really quickly. Number 1, we make sure strip, bar, lounge, stock, secret, and kitchen is clear with drones. So if you do the math, let's say you lose 1 drone, it's 4 drones available on the table. So now you still have 1 drone each. The drones, you can use them for garage, you can use them for CCTV, it doesn't matter, take intel. Step number 2, you guys take garage at the same time as plat. Once plat is open and garage is open, you guys take control of CCTV and cache. That's the step number 3. Step number 4 is con. Step number 5 is logi, and step number 6 is the execute, which would be to focus on gym. That's the layout. That's the plan to take control of CCTV. If they go gym or bedroom, bedroom. So now we're gonna go for cache. Any questions on that, or does it make sense?
That's great. Yeah, a good one.
Makes sense.
It's just cheese. You guys need to cheese and to bring. If Ying is banned, Buck is still available. Buck is still available. Deimos with a shotgun is always overpowered. Anything with a shotgun, a Sans, a Knock, anything. Knock has nades and not flashes. If it's a warden, you can nade him out and make him move. All that kind of stuff. Now, CCTV. Okay. CCTV is gonna be simple. They're gonna bring this smoke, Azami, and let's say Wamai. Okay. The default thing would be this. The default would be this. Wamai playing CC. This guy's Wamai's playing Cash. Let's say I got my smoke set up here. Castle's playing below. Here you got this reinforced, this reinforced, this reinforced, this, and then bottom garage. So yeah, and bar. Trying to clear out this. All right. Anyways, and then for attacks, we bring the same composition. If we got all the operators, Capito's super overpowered, Ying, once again overpowered, Grimm's overpowered, Nomad is good for the flanks. Everything is just, you know, if you guys coordinated well, everything is perfect, smooth like butter. So now we do the same thing. It's like if they go gym. The plan still is down. Strip with a drone, kitchen with a drone, bar with a drone, toilet with a drone. You know, centralize the opposite side of where enemies play. They play here, we put our drones here. They play here, we put our drones here. Because the chances of somebody running or, you know, being on the opposite side of the map is pretty rare. So we got this. We take control of bar once again. Bar, stock, secret. You know, this would be step number 1. Why do we know where the enemy is going to be? Most of the time there's a castle playing in lounge. But it's castles, right? So the pressure, we want to do the pressure. Where are the pressure points for the castle? We don't hit side yet, we don't hit rafters. We need to see where the structure is weak. We get 2 choices. All this side of the map, Logi included, this is free. Most of the time it's free. But I wouldn't go there. Maybe if you want to send up a lurk, like a Grim or something, it could be nice. Usually it's always free. You can always open jacuzzi and the windows. But usually there's somebody ratting in here. So I'd rather focus our strength onto the weak points. And where are the weak points? This, and that. That's multiple line of sight that you can open. So you guys, once again, Capiteo DMR gun 6, open up the main barricade. Don't gun 6 yet, but we're gonna use it. You gun 6 the castle lounge. Thermite could go secret and open up this castle. The Nomad, you know, you can always set up, that's what you can do. You can set up the flanks. So this, maybe for stage drop, and then go inside gym and try to lurk and get a free kill, or just wait. So we're not going to take in consideration the Nomad. For this one, let's say he's going to lurk. We're going to bring the Ying in stock. Grim, boom, boom. And then Grim can go inside secret. And then we're going to rotate this guy out. We're going to use this guy out, and we're going to breach bottom rafters. So we can create a line of sight into lounge. We pop open the barricade at the same time as Ying open up the stock barricade, at the same time that Grimm's open up the secret barricade. So now we got 2 choices. This guy's going to be stuck. It's either he's going to be stuck or he's going to see it and run away. And that's what we want him to run away for. We use the Grimms to bounce off the beast to see if anybody plays red. And we use the Ying to Ying him in lounge. If he stays in here, you guys get the gist. We got the Capiteo with the long angle that can watch till the stairs. We got Thermite that watch baby steps or lounge. So you guys get it. The pressure is immense on that guy in lounge. And I'm gonna blow something up because I can't erase. Man, I hate this shit. Anyways, and now we got control of below. So that the lounge is going to be step number 2, garage number 3, and then go for plant number 4 or construction number 4. I cannot even delete this shit. Oh, nice. Now it works. Okay. All right. So now that we take a lounge, we took control, we killed the guy, or we took the space anyways. We're gonna keep the Ying shotgun from below to do exactly like this. If eventually your teammates, you know, are gonna take rafters, you can always Ying. This is default. You know, if somebody's playing rafters, you can always throw ying rafters. You can always throw ying inside cash. But here, everything in server's yinged. Most of the time, nobody's gonna play in server. It's gonna be rafters or cash, but it's the same thing. You can always prep your yings and throw it in cash just to flash them. They're not gonna get ready. That could be like a free round that you guys can get. So ying shotgun below, you're covered from here. You're just tucked in the corner, so if somebody comes down red, you can hear him, you can shotgun him or kill him, whatever. And now we start taking rafters. So we open up plat. Capito's walking inside garage. And then where's Grim? Grim could be bottom garage too. That could be some pressure to put on. And then once again, I'm just giving the idea. You guys talk to each other, and then you guys figured out what's the best. Once again, there's many. It's like chess. There's many openings and all that stuff. So I'm trying to stay as much as generally as I can. And then now we're starting to take the space. So on the Azami, and the Wamai, the Smoke, and the Bandit. Ying can ying the Bandit from below to prevent him from bandit tricking and get the breach. So that's an extra why to bring a shotgun. So Bandit can always, you know, play top red now. And now the focus is going to be rafters. So rafters is going to be step 4, take control of rafters. And once you guys got control of rafters, this is the step number 5. But what's the thing that you guys might have forget is we've got a nomad lurking. And at this point, it could be a nomad, it could be a Twitch, whatever, but we stick with the nomad. And eventually, if you guys set up the flanks correctly and stuff, you guys can bring a Twitch to lurk, so you can get all the utility, the beepers, the cameras, anything that can, you know, show your presence. You can always get it off the board. And flank and con, maybe get a free kill or get ready to for a free kill. We take the zombie. How we do it, we use the Grim to bait up rafters once all the 8 aces or the Wamais are gone. Because if you think about it, the Wamais don't destroy the bees, and the bees can always stay up in rafters, and you might be able to tag the Azami, but Azami is going to eventually be blocked from plat, and this is where you use your fire for R2 and R1, and you get her out. You kill her or whatever, and then when you got the crossbow in your hand, the Grim is gonna be here to get the refrag if she's trying to swing you or whatever. So that's another guy gone. Now we got rafters. There's probably gonna be like a minute left, minute 30, 50 seconds, doesn't matter. But now the key points is we got control of below with the ying. You can always ying top red or cash. So anybody trying to go in is going to die. And then you can use your yings to flash everybody in cash and go for an execute. You use the smoke for thermite to smoke off this door. And then you can try to bait the C4 back planting on the wall and not let them bounce, I see. They can't kill it from below because you're playing below with the ying. They can't C4 you because they're too far or they're flashed. And if somehow he smokes you, you can try to smoke that door too while Ying is holding it and then try to plant on a window or something and, you know, be able to refrag. You always have Capite if he's not dead that can shoot fire to that door too. So, you know, there's a lot of options and opportunity that you guys can get. And once again, if you see that it doesn't work, you can always take the backside with the thermite, open up the cash wall, open up the con wall, and that would put even more pressure on the board that it is already. So that was it for CC. So we're gonna go over the steps really quickly. It's gonna be the same. So all this side of the map, all that, this too. This is step number 1. I mean, this would be step number 1. This would be drone, and then drone. Now we get step number 2. If I can delete all of that. We got step number 2, which would be lobby, stock, and secret. Then we got bottom garage as step number 3, top garage step number 4, and CC is step number 5. The lurk can always, on step number 3, can always lurk at that time. So it gives you guys advantage. You guys already got a lot of control and can put more pressure into the enemies. Especially if you got nomads left, you can always nomad off this door and just wait for anybody to rotate, or you can always play this door and nomad off. You know, there's a lot that you guys can do, and that's how you figure out with the communication. And now when they go church. So church is literally the same thing. It's basically the same thing as it is. You prep the same drones, and it's the same. So we take this with drone, this with drone, this with drone, stock, and garage. That's 5 drones. And then you take bar. Let's say there's no roamer, you take bar as first, kitchen as second. Kitchen as second, right? I mean, no. Bar is gonna be the second. Top is gonna be first. Kitchen is gonna be third. You know, if you got pre-placed and you didn't see anybody roaming, don't waste your time trying to roam clear eventually. But like, top is gonna be the first. Then you got second, third. You got stock on fourth, and then you've got dirt on 4, 2, blue on 5, main on 6, and then kitchen hatch on 7. Same for moto, 7. I mean, this could be a 6, and then church would be 7, right? So operators could be the same thing. Just bring, instead of bringing a thermite, you can always bring Ibana, get the hatches. The nomad is going to be super important to set up the flanks. So 1 for secret, 1 for stairs, and then you can keep 1 in the pocket or use it for blue or whatever if you want to make a play. Scrim just left. Nice. Anyways, use that, and then the Capiteo could be for the kitchen plant. The Grim can go inside dirt, and you know, yada yada. You guys talk about it, but the most important, why I'm here is not to tell you what to play, is how to play it. So don't skip steps. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Once you guys get all the hatches open, you start putting the pressure on blue at the same time as dirt, at the same time as stairs, and on moto. You can bring the ying again to church, to ying all that church, or ying all that blue, or ying all that dirt, or ying the kitchen hatch, or ying the main stairs. You know, you get a lot of opportunities. Once again, that's going to be with your strat and all that stuff. But that's the main idea on how to attack bottom floor. So we went over it pretty fast. Most of the time it's just a bunker. And if it's not a bunker, well, we just went over it. We take top floor control with drones. If we don't see anybody coming up or down, we take bar, we get the hatches. You know, it's kind of repetitive, but it's important to know which room has to be taken, because a lot of times you guys get flanked, you guys get C4'd, or you guys want to skip a step and then just get isolated, which is not, well, we want to do that to the enemy, but we do not want to get isolated personally. So I'm just gonna cut this.